What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we're replacing the fans in our old 1080 Ti. This is the EVGA model. We got the wrong fans, so make sure you get the right fans. We're still gonna put them in and see if it works. So these are the ones we got. When I bought it, I was too focused on the wire. So here's the other fan. We took off the back plate. We took off the fan screws. And right now we're taking off the veil, or whatever this is called, this part. So you can see these fans just like back to back. These are too small. My friend pointed out the amps are different too. So I'm not an electrical engineer, but 0.07A is not the same as the same as 0.55A, but the DC 12V is the same. And yeah, my friend has already replaced his fans. As you can see, I can almost take the veil off, so I'm in communication with him, and he said he should make a video because there's not a lot of videos on how to get these fans off. So the fan screws, you can see one there, and then there's the third one right there. You can get it off with just like a normal, one of these smaller types of Phillips. That's where you're gonna get these. There's one missing. Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah, don't lose your shit. So yeah, for the price of the fans, these were like $30. So probably just not worth it. You could probably get a whole new 1080 Ti for like $200. But if you have a lot of time and not a lot of money, you could definitely do this. I think in the future I won't do this, but this is a good learning exercise. So one of the veil screws is right there. Let's get out the tool. Right, so you have to kind of get in at this angle, and yeah, it's not the easiest angle to get. You got two here, so right there and right there. Those are the three, I don't know what these are called. Spring screws. So I think the spring helps you get it out from those weird angles. And then these are, I don't know if you guys can see that, but these are, I think it's called a hex key. Right, I think it's an octagon, or no, it's a hexagon, right? Because it's 6 sides. Yes, that's why it's called a hex key. Okay, so, but the last one, like you can see, I can almost get it off. The last one is a pain in the butt, and it's right there. So yeah, I'm probably gonna pause the video while I do this because it's gonna take me a long ass time to get the hex key in there. And I can get like, if it grips, I can get like one rotation. That one didn't even bite. Yeah, so everything was basically easy to get off until this thing. So yeah, not easy to do with two hands. So I'm gonna pause the video. I'll tell you how long it takes, and then we'll get back to changing the fans, and we'll see if the smaller fans even work. So one thing I did notice was there's these screws back here. I don't know if taking this part off makes sort of anything else easier. I imagine it might, because I don't see them like building it this way, right? Like maybe if I take this off and these out, then this would come away and this would be easier to remove from whatever's down there. Or with this part off, maybe the hex key could get in more easily. I don't know, we're doing it live. So I'll get back to you in a sec, and that should happen on your screen right now. Welcome back to part 2 of this video. We finally got this thing off. It was crazy. I even went in this way for a little while and started jiggling it. I'm not gonna put that back on. But yeah, so we opened the card. Excuse me. Hydration check. Okay. So there's where the fan plugs in, and there's where the fan plugs in. As you can see, there's a lot of dust. So I got some Q-tips. I'm just gonna do a little clean while we're in here. There's the chip. It was, so I did have to take all these screws out, and those were from the underside of this. So the ones where I was like, I don't know if taking this off is gonna make it easier. So you can't get this part off unless you take out these big screws. So I think that's it. I don't think the little screws matter. I think the little screws are just for the piece in between the piece. So this yellow piece here, that will also separate. And I did learn about these things, that they exist. So it's like a squishy pad that's like sticky. So it helps keep everything stuck together. This goop is apparently like thermal paste goop. You can't really see it here, but maybe, yeah, so this is the back side of the card where we took it off. It's actually 2 pieces, and one of the screws has a sticker on it, so warranty void. But yeah, you can kind of see the goop here. It's very shiny. And dust sticks to it. So I wonder if, oh my God, I have to sneeze. I wonder if just like goop got into the bearings or something. That's why my fan is like really, really loud. This one's extra goopy. You can see the depressions from the board on the other side, which I don't know if I like that it's touching the bottom of my mouse pad right now, but for now, we have access to the fans, so that looks like should be able to just unclip that, and should be able to unclip that. I'm also thinking before I just give up on the old fans, I saw a video where you can just pop this part off, or there might be a screw here. Yeah, I can feel that screw in there. Maybe? It's hard to say. But I'll peel that back. Maybe I'll pop it off. And if it's just like, I don't know, some goop in there, maybe I can ungoop it, and then there's a bearing in there that's probably pretty cheap online. So if these small fans don't work out, then we might go the bearing route. Or we might just say F it and just get a new card. So yeah, or just deal with a loud card. I don't know, put this in a place where we don't care if it's loud. Yeah, so yeah, pretty cool. Never seen the inside of a video card before. Definitely need to clean this up. Thermal paste looks good. I mean, I'm not a thermal paste expert, but what is that brown spot? It looks weird. But all in all, seems okay. All right, I'll pause it here. I'm gonna do some cleaning and then we'll get back to it. All right, so I cleaned it up, popped that thing off, got the new fans plugged in, and as you can see, most of the dust is gone. I couldn't really get the dust off this stuff. I don't know what this is, but yeah, I'm not gonna touch it too much. I'll just leave it. The fan connector fits, so yeah, hopefully it'll work. Apparently you can pop these off. I tried with this one, but yeah, there's no screw or anything you can see. I saw a video of a guy just like pulling this part away from this part, but it just feels like the fan's gonna snap in half. So yeah, I don't want to break it just in case we use those again. But yeah, a lot of Q-tips were harmed in the making of this video. So yeah, we're gonna put it back together and hopefully it still works. Welcome back to this video, and we've run into a problem. So it's not just that the fan is smaller, as you can see on this part where the wire comes out. In this model, the screw part, you can see it sort of right, let me get this, right here, oops, right there is right next to where the wire comes out, and that sort of points towards the connection. But this, if I want the wire to go towards the connection, so sort of that direction, we flip it over, you can see the screw part is not there. So I cannot screw it in like this. And if I line it up, the wire is too short. So we're going with one new one because that one fits. And we're going with one old one. And hopefully this will just help a little bit. I don't know. We're gonna find out, but this is what we're dealing with, and I'll let you know how it goes when I put it back together. Okay guys, remember how I said that unscrewing this screw was tough? You can take this off first, okay, with these hex screws. All right, so do that and don't put them back on until you screw this part back in, okay? Because this is just to keep the heat sink in place, right? These. But I'm gonna try it, screw it back in. See what happens. Like this. Because that'll work, right? Alright, okay, alright. Alright guys, also, you're gonna want to remember to have this part on before you screw in these screws here and over here, because if you screw it in, then you can't put it back on. So don't be like me, I had to unscrew it. Remember to slip this in before you put these final 2 screws on the back. And when you're done, you have a nice Q-tip taco to look forward to with some sticker flakes on top. So definitely chow down and enjoy.